Hello.
We're doing this.
Hello. Hello.
Hello!
We're
Hello.
actually doing this. Okay.
Excellent condition. We're 8, 9, 10. Yes, it looks like we are live. Hello, everybody already here, and welcome to Gits and Shiggles, episode 7. Gitgeons and Shaggons. Because I'm going to try and keep the Gits and Shiggles puns or wordplay in every title till I completely can't figure out how I'm going to manage it in there. This is going to be my goal. When I finally stop doing it is because it won, and I lost. But that's okay. What also is okay is weird shit happening in any tabletop game, any type of role-playing game.
Did anyone else feel the whiplash from that sudden swerve into the topic?
I would like to call that riding a Segway better than the creator of the Segway did, because I didn't go off a cliff. You knew about that, right?
I did not.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I also can't decide if it's just you bullshitting or not.
No, it's 2-1. Both. No, the creator of the Segway, he actually died on a Segway. Yeah, he died using his invention. Maybe it was just the CEO of the company that was running the Segways. It doesn't overly matter. It's still the whole fact that, yeah, one of the people involved with the creation of the Segway died riding a Segway.
Amazing. There it is. Alright.
There it is. Millionaire owner of a Segway firm, Jimmy Hestel, who died in a freak accident. The British businessman who bought a Segway company died by riding one of the scooters off of a cliff and into the river near his Yorkshire estate.
Amazing.
So it wasn't the creator of the Segway, but he was the owner of the Segway firm. So it was like the owner of Segway. Yeah. So, there we go. Let's go ahead and, Miss Jane's PS so much. Hey, Venus. So, we're here to talk about tabletop games. We're here to talk about role-playing games. We're here to talk about amazing cool shit or horrible encounters or just shit that shot off to the side, landed in the pile of fecal matter, and exploded gloriously, leaving nothing but carnage behind. So I hope people actually brought stories and didn't just, decide to show up and
Assume everyone else was going to do it for us?
Yeah.
I mean, I did come up with them last minute, but
Well, I mean, most of my stories I don't have to, come up with or anything.
Yeah,
I can just remember them.
yeah.
That's part of why I chose this as a topic, because it was something we could just pull out of, we could pull off the top of our heads.
Your ass?
Yeah. So, who wants to go first? I've got several fun ones myself.
I've only been in 2 campaigns, so my options are very limited.
You sweet summer child. Well, we can talk about more than one. And we at least have a Vitus who's here to listen.
Someone told him to stay a while.
Also, Laser was active on Discord earlier.
Yes.
So, theoretically, he should be here, correct?
In theory. But that's just a theory. A laser theory. Thanks for watching.
That's about as many as we can get away with before it starts to become copyright infringement, so no more of those, please.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
trying to set my meds up.
I already got this. All right.
And it's the kind of med that make you more or less interesting.
Define interesting.
Interesting. Shit.
Someone's actually gonna try it. So I guess who wants to go first?
Arousing curiosity or interest, holding or catching the attention. Adjective.
You get to go first then.
Well, if I'm going first.
I don't. Interesting. Shit. Runny 2020.
Say flat against that wall for the. Just keep that bit going. There is like no room there.
Just staring at my computer like.
Fuck.
What to do here? I didn't script for this. I didn't plan for this. There wasn't a contingency.
Wait, who's supposed to be going first?
He was.
Okay, I was right.
And I did.
And
Got
Moon's
left.
coming. Come on.
Anything in particular?
My face.
So expensive.
Anyways.
Ah, there's another person coming.
Yep.
Yes, hello. I've arrived.
Oh my god, it's a moon.
Yes, that's me. Hello.
So pretty much
I
you were
joined
on
as-
time. Because we kind of just started.
Yeah, I'm so tired. At home.
Nice to meet you, so tired, I'm running.
Now.
Stop it.
Got him!
Now.
Got him!
Lexi.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Never. Can't stop me.
Just give us a story.
It's
And once
not
was a
that-
man from Nantucket. I
Give
didn't
us.
write the rest of this, so fuck it.
Come on. You've got this. I believe in you.
I seem to think I have stories. Or
You should
desire to tell them.
You should have at least something entertaining.
It is astonishing how many times I am a thumbnail for our videos.
It's because of the fact that if I don't manually adjust the
wait.
camera,
One moment. Where's that one? I just found out I'm wearing the same shirt as last time. I'll be right back.
fucking hell.
I see we started the podcast already.
Yes, and I was trying to get
It's
him.
almost like I just fucking said that.
Alright, I need to hop on that. So what are we doing? Are we just chilling?
No.
It's D&D stories.
Yeah, it's
Don't
D
you
and D.
remember?
Well, it's not just D and D. Any tabletop, any role playing
Close
game.
enough.
If you played Pathfinder, that's fine. If you played D20 Modern, that's
The fuck is-
fine. If
the
you
fuck is
played
Pathfinder?
Icon, that's fine.
Alright, fixed it.
If you've played Heroes of Buttholes and Magic, that's fine.
Again, what the fuck is Pathfinder?
Pathfinder is a tabletop fantasy game, much in the same vein as Dungeons
It's
and
D&D
Dragons.
with slightly different rules and a different name.
Yeah,
Alright.
essentially, yeah. In fact, the people from Critical
Without the
Role.
burden of all the law.
In fact, the people from Critical Role, they actually switched from Pathfinder to 5th edition before they started doing the stream. They make reference to that in this first series of Critical Role. The whole fact, like, wait, nope, that was a Pathfinder thing. occasionally. So, yeah. My sister plays Pathfinder, but I can't just, message my sister and say, come on here and tell us some stories.
Why not?
Because I'm not that good.
Did all of your lights just flicker?
I am a god.
Irrelevant to the question, but okay.
Anyways, does anyone else want to go first, or should I go ahead and tell my first story?
Like I said, I don't have very many, so.
I can actually give you a fun one, literally from last week, because I joined a campaign. Literally.
Oh, that's right. That's why you quit the whole thing early.
Yeah. To make my character. So, I've literally just joined the campaign and already have had some interesting moments. It's a 3-hour session and I've got a pretty good story. So the character I joined this campaign as was Catelyn. She is a 4'4" Neko Ranger. Wild Neko Ranger.
Everyone raise your hands if you're surprised.
You'd probably be surprised at the 4'4" part.
I'm shook.
No.
That's what I am.
You want to be a short character. No, that doesn't surprise me, sweetie.
I wanted to be 5 foot, thank you. He just wouldn't let me because the race is classified as small. So I'm tall for a Neko at 4'4". Well, he had me roll a die and added that many inches onto the base height, which is why I'm 4'4" instead of 3'8".
I'm just imagining what guys doing that for dick sizes. Don't mind me.
I mean, I'd assume something fairly similar, but depending on the ego of the person, it's anywhere from a D50 to a D4.
I'm gonna roll percentiles for inches.
Yes.
Shit! How did I roll a 1?
Natural 1. Well, this is going to be a problem on the bar.
I love how bards are all automatically like the sluts.
You're just fucked at that, honestly.
Figuratively and literally.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, so, anyways, Neko Ranger. She joins the party and she has this really fun quirk, which we were using, I think it's called Fantasy Grounds, on Steam to play, which has the ability so that you can literally click on the drop-down thing and change your language, what language you're typing in. So my character can speak Common, Elvish, and Goblin. A 4'4" red-headed Neko can just look up at you and just start speaking out in Goblin.
What was this thing called?
Fantasy Grounds, I believe. I have the demo installed. I really like it. I'm tempted to actually buy it.
Shop.
Yeah, you can actually use the demo to play with anyone who owns the full version, so you don't have to own the full version if you're playing with someone who does own the full version. Anyways. So, that's fine. I hear a bunch of people in the party talking in Elven, and immediately, because my character has some odd quirks, she's immediately like, cool, I'm going to listen to everyone in Elven, and I'm never going to disclose that I know Elven. So I can eavesdrop on half the party. I just start talking in Goblin instead. Well, later we get to this house. Now, I joined this party who's already been going for a bit, so I don't know everything that's been going. I joined, I think it was their 3rd session or their 4th session. No, there's 3 sessions to get them there, so I joined the 4th, I think. doesn't overly matter at the end of the day. I joined with someone else, so 2 of us joined. Well, we get to this house, and it's like, oh, we need to break in. Again, I don't know anything that's going on with this, and I'm playing chaotic neutral, so it's whatever. Fuck it, I'll just do it. There's a window that's partially ajar, and my character has this racial trait that lets me turn into a house cat for 5 hours per long rest.
Oh, god damn it.
So I turned into a house cat and went through the window. The monk then goes, I'm going to jump through the window. It was like, wait, look, I could just go right to the door and open it. Rolled an 18. Monk just runs, jumps, spins through the air, doesn't touch the frame, lands right next to me. It's like, you know, when you're breaking into a house, if someone sees just this house cat walking through the house, no one's going to think a thing of it. Someone sees this monk swan dive through the window and then just gracefully walk up to the door to open it, everyone's going to notice. But fine. I start going around, and at this point, I realized that I was only useful to get in the building without having to roll a athletics check. After that point, there was no reason for me to stay in that form. But with everybody else doing their shit, I didn't want to have to say, okay, I'm coming out of my form. Also, I don't know, I wasn't entirely sure how he had certain aspects of it set up, so I just stuck out the entire time we're in there as a cat.
So kind of just like your own thing.
So I go up to a door and it's like, shit, the door's shut. Pause at the door. Someone would just walk over, open it, and I'd go in and start looking around.
Hey, guys.
Well, that's all fine and dandy. And then we get to this point where they are trying to open a safe. Now, by this point, I'm down in the office where the safe is. 2 of these people are like, all right, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to give you advantage on the safe. I'm going to help you out with the safe so they get advantage on their rolls. So, he sits down, he's running the tumbler while someone else puts their head to the safe. First roll, they get it. Second roll, they get it. Third roll, they fail it twice. They say, anyone else want to help? And I've said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm right here. I'll help. Rolled a fucking 18, which was high enough to get us in. We get in, and the friggin' DM's just like, the cat puts its head to the safe, and as soon as it hears the tumbler fall into place, it just paws your hand to tell you to stop. I was a safe cracking feline.
Oh, boy.
Everything I did in that session was essentially pointless. I went through the window and someone else beat me to the front door and did everything. What was my entire contribution to that entire session? I helped crack a safe as a cat.
Amazing.
That is amazing.
We also, after the session, realized I looked up the stat sheet for the cat, and what all the other bonuses and stuff is fine. The cat has the same AC I have naturally. The difference is a cat has deals 1 damage per hit. Not 1d this, not 1d that. No, if they connect, they deal 1 point of damage. And they have 2 hit points. In D&D, when you are shapeshifted and you hit 0 hit points, you crash out of that form, and any damage over the over the health of the creature you take. So, say something hits me for 10 points of damage. For 3 damage as a cat, I'll still take 1 point as I crash out of it. That's the reason why some people will do really, really smart ass shit, like see a dragon fly by and go, I cast polymorph and turn it into a squirrel. Because the dragon then takes so much fall damage. You want to pick something that has the least amount of hit points. The less hit points of the creature you pick, the more damage the monster itself is going to pick. So you could polymorph it into something like a cow or a troll, and yeah, it's still going to take some damage, but you polymorph it into something like a squirrel or a bunny.
Polymorph it into an amoeba.
That would probably just blow away on the wind.
Even better. Problem solved.
I am a leaf from
What?
the wind.
What makes it even better? It's about 5 towns over when suddenly it hits the ground and boom, instant dragon.
These are funny. Love these stories.
Oh. Yeah. I had a lot
Okay
of
there.
just the whole idea just I was like, alright, yeah, I'm just taking care of my farming, Oh my god, there's a dragon.
Oh my fucking god, there's a dragon.
And it managed to survive it all, so it just looks at the farmer pissed off. It'd be even better if it just died.
Well, even then, it'd be even more confused because it'd be an amoeba. It wouldn't really. It doesn't have the ability to sense the outside world. It just popped back into existence, going, "I don't even know where I live anymore."
Oh my god.
It broke her.
I want to do that now. I want to polymorph a dragon into a rabbit, put it in a sack, take it across like the entire country, like take it across the continent, and then just release it in another location. Leave it as a rabbit, because the first thing that tries to kill that rabbit is just going to suddenly have a dragon appear.
That is one fucking unlucky fox. Like, right, sneaky, pounce.
I feel sorry for the dragon. I gotta put up with all your shit.
This is a brilliant plan. I'm totally gonna have to do this in the campaign.
Welcome.
Gits and Shiggles mistreating dragons since 2020.
I
And
take
there's a
offense.
reason we're not here long.
Yep.
That's fine. I'm sure the scaly community will understand.
We don't understand. But so that's your current character in your current campaign, James?
Yes.
That's so let's see. I'm in a campaign. It's kind of on a hold right now. But in this campaign, I made a character who was. Do you know the? Oh, I don't know the homebrew, but there's a race called Shiggles. They're like shark bunnies. They look like sharks and bunnies. But
Shark bunnies.
yes, just look up Shiggles and look at them. But I had a character named Zora or something
I was gonna
like
say,
that.
did you name it Little Bonnie Fufu?
No, it was a very different. It was kind of like I can't remember. It started with Z, but I had my circle, and for a little bit I had it in my friend's campaign, and I didn't want to be that character anymore. So I was like, I don't want to play this character anymore. And they're like, okay, do you
We'll
want to?
kill
Do
you.
you have another character? I'm like, yes, I do. And it was already a made character, and I was like, can we just kill my character off? So we ended up killing my character off because I wanted to play my French. I have a new character I love. Her name's Belle. She's a French deer with blonde locks of blonde hair. But I didn't want to play as my circle character, so I'm just like, let's just kill her off. Let's just just send her off, kill her, and they killed my character off, and then I made a whole new character sheet just so I could have my new character. But the funny thing was, I wanted this whole character. I just wanted my new character. Like, I just wanted to play with this character. I didn't want to do the other one. But that's one of my D&D stories.
Alright.
What about you,
Just
Ronnie? Got any?
I just want to refer everyone to the Discord chat for an idea of what a shark bunny would look like. It is incredibly adorable.
Alright, oh, let me look. Hold on.
I wouldn't want to go near its mouth, still, man, but I do kind
Oh.
of want to pet it a bunch.
No, that thing's terrifying.
You're terrifying.
Yes, I am. I
That's
started the coronavirus, and now it's in fucking Wisconsin. So, you want to go? Let's go.
I'm glad it's closer to you than me. Checkmate.
How's it doing?
Also,
Okay.
so I had my 3-step profit program with the dragon to the bunny.
Oh,
A friend of ours, Kitten, responded with polymorph it into a pig and just put it in the pigsty of the enemies. Imagine when they go to slaughter that pig. It's just, oh fuck, it's a dragon.
More meat!
Sounds alright.
More
Less
meat.
dragon!
So there's one game I've started DMing. No, fuck me, that's down there. Not the most common role-playing games, I'll grant you, but there's a thing on the camera for those paying no attention.
Star Trek Adventures, the role-playing game.
Yeah. One of the first missions I ran for them, it was one of the starter ones, just to see if we actually liked the game or not. It started off with everyone beamed down to a planet, and there were essentially zombie-like characters in Starfleet uniforms. Was they all cottoned on pretty quick, and like, oh no, an infection, blah blah blah. But it's kind of what the guys did with the things after they'd beaten them that weirded me the fuck out. You kind of get an idea of exactly what type of people you're playing with when they go, okay, we need to keep these people somewhere safe, but we also don't want them getting loose and just hunting us down again. So they decided, alright, let's drag them aboard the shuttle that we came down in, and let's replicate some bondage gear. Just lock them in a room.
Alrighty. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, wasn't terribly prepared for that, but there it is.
I love it.
Which made it even more interesting when they ended up creating a cure and dispersing it across the land when we will bring you, scientist of this outpost person, back on our shuttle, which we're going to send someone ahead to first to resolve an unrelated mess.
I just don't have any words.
Yeah, that's fair.
None of
Yeah,
mine
that's
were
that
that
word,
bad.
Why are all the... Why am I tied up? Well, you're a zombie. That doesn't answer any questions.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't want you to bite us. So...
You put a ball gag on me.
Yeah, that's the solution.
I like imagining this conversation, because now I can't stop grinning. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a type of role playing game that I'd play.
You know, I can believe that.
Have a nice little D&D name.
You know, realistically speaking, odds are at least one of those people who came out of being a zombie was okay with their situation when they came out of it. I'm pretty sure you have at least one kinky NPC.
It was the end. Enough weird things had happened already, but yeah, that right there would even be the exact encounter. Right.
Again, I have no words.
Yeah. Anyone else want to take a story in? Ronnie can. I never thought I'd say the sentence that Ronnie can speak again.
Oh boy. Yeah. I guess it's my turn.
Yep.
Well, I did have. I'll start off somewhat tame first.
What?
I had so at a D&D session, my first D&D official D&D group ever was at my work. I used to work for JCPenney, and in order to relieve some of the boredom that we suffered with day-to-day life, we decided to hold a D&D campaign. And this was the one where if I showed up covered in bubble wrap, they gave me a +1 armor attribute. So I showed up covered in bubble wrap. But what I didn't tell you was that we were a group of 3 people, a party of 3. And we had a completely bratty noble who just wanted to, like, prove a point to her parents. And then we had the asshole ranger that had only a squirrel for company and refused to talk to anyone besides this fucking squirrel. And our DM had to make up an entire fucking language just for this damn squirrel.
With how much notice?
Like 30 seconds. It was bad. And so eventually we all got together, but we were the worst working group. Hello, Ivy. We were the worst group to work together in the history of everything.
Are you talking about Max?
No, shut up. So the ranger kept drawing crit 1s every time he tried to attack something. And he was our DPS. I was cleric. Our mage kept setting everybody on fire. Long story short, we ended up dying to the very first monster we met in combat, which was a mimic.
That's terrible.
It was so bad that our DM was like, look, y'all weren't supposed to die here. I'm gonna give you a free full res. Just so we can end this. Just so we can end this.
Free full res. No. Come on. The way that would have gone, especially because of that squirrel.
She took so much pity on us, and I just couldn't believe that we were just. I was doing the most damage as a cleric. I just couldn't believe it.
I'd have just said, no, whole party wipe, I want all new characters to try again.
I want all new characters and no squirrels.
Pretty much. Fucking no squirrels. That's what she said for next game, but I quit before the next game happened, so. Oh well. But not only this shit, but our next one, we faced like some ogres in a chapel. I was allowed the option to tear off the ogre's face and attach it to my own.
Really?
Yes. I got +5 armor.
So you kind of just used it as like a mask of sorts.
Yes. And I believe our ranger kept one of his nuts. Because his squirrel apparently really wanted one.
Of course, that's what wanted it.
Yeah.
The squirrel.
I remember I had a tiefling barbarian who, straight across the waist, completely and totally bisected someone. and I took
Huh.
the legs.
Oh,
Kept 'em.
lovely.
You
I,
were
That's what
technically
we
a
did.
barbarian.
I got to use them a few turns later as an improvised weapon. I
That-
wheeled them over my head like a bowler and lobbed them.
That's what-
However, I rolled a natural one when I threw that. There was another character of the party who was prone on the ground, so it missed the intended target, and as they were getting up, kicked that person in the face and knocked him back down.
Yeah, our ranger kept hitting nat ones, and he would hit his squirrel. We wasted so many resurrecting potions on that fucking squirrel. Like, when we all died, it was because none of us had resurrection potions. Because we'd used them all on the fucking squirrel.
What was the
This-
squirrel
this-
for?
It's giving me
It was
ideas.
his pet.
There's a friend of mine who's going to be starting a Vampire the Masquerade campaign. I want to see if I can get a pet squirrel.
No.
Yep.
You will regret it.
Yeah.
I swear to you, you will regret it so hard.
I think I'll enjoy it.
Same character actually from the previous one, because I played them in a previous campaign that didn't go anywhere. A friend of
Am I
mine.
familiar with this one?
Oh, you should know this one quite well, because you were a tiefling barbarian, weren't you?
Yeah, I might have reused that character.
You were a tiefling
Because
barbarian.
I knew that I kind of figured this was going to go one game and that would be it.
You were a tiefling barbarian.
put effort
I
into
was the
that creation.
knucko. And then we had what? That dragonborn bard with with zero self-esteem.
That's a mood.
Well, it didn't help that both of us. So my character was antisocial, and so
Is
would
this
speak
the
a
pub?
different. You remember the
So it's you
yes,
as a D&D character. Got it.
accurate.
Who removed your ears today, sweetie?
Huh?
Who removed your ears today, sweetie?
Bless you.
Good lord, did a pixie just...
Stop fucking sneezing. I can't keep saying bless you.
Okay.
I order you to stop sneezing.
FBI.
FBI, open up.
So, anyways, well, there was a couple fun things that happened in there, but the bar, and then the fight, both of those were fucking hilarious. In the bar, I was trying to stay out of the way, and I was trying to make them do the legwork, because I didn't want to have to deal with the encounter. Never mind the fact that the people that we needed to talk to only spoke Goblin and Undercommon, and I spoke Goblin.
Makes sense, you're always goblins.
Ha!
He went and picked a fight with them.
I did no such thing.
You know what?
They-
I'm more inclined to believe Jane, to be honest.
They insulted me. He went to defend me and pick a fight with them and got laid out. So I pickpocketed him.
I didn't pick the fight, they started it, and you just...
I then pickpocketed him and used his money to bribe them into giving us the information we wanted. And we spent the entire rest of that campaign with him like, you're gonna give me my money back, right? Which I did. When we raided that building, I gave you a fair cut. As fair of a cut as a barbarian would recognize as fair.
Which was what, like a fifth of it?
I gave him everything he carried and said that when we sold what he had, he could have half. That's not counting the fact I was carrying as much as I could carry too, and I was just gonna sell what I had and keep it. And we decided the bard wasn't. No, we initially decided the bard was going to get none of it, and then the DM, out of character, out of whatever, basically requested we didn't do that, and that we actually gave the bard a cut. So we negotiated afterwards, and me and him split it. Like, what? We did 3/4 of it that we split 50-50, and then we gave the bard, like, the little bit that was left.
Oh my god.
The bard was useless.
Oh god, beyond.
Usually the bard is useless.
When we got into the fight, when we got there, which that entire encounter was just bogus. We get there and it's like, okay, we need to get through this fence. I'm going to do this stealthily. I'm going to do a stealth check.
Basically, all that bard did was just add an extra turn in initiative.
Accurate. I don't think they even dealt any damage. The stealth for that, though. I'm being all stealthy and ranger-like, and you just walk up to the gate, grab 2 bars, and just pry them apart with a nat 20 on your strength check. It's just like, okay. I sneak over to the door, go to push it open a little bit to use my dark vision to see inside. What's he do? He sees the opening and charges in across the room and gets shot twice.
Amazing.
The only thing the bard did was get in my way. I was like standing there like, I've got line of sight. Boom! Boom! And then the bard steps directly in front of me and it's like...
Now, granted, I might be thinking of it, but did I attempt to use the bard as an improvised weapon?
I think you wanted to, but Sora said no. Because she wasn't too happy with how mean we were being to the bard.
Well, it's a bard. Usually they deserve it.
This one really did. This bard was, oh my god. That was the first time that I ever was like in a campaign where I'm sitting there like, so, is it morally wrong to just kill someone's character and say it was an accident?
No.
I think I actually asked at one point in time if friendly fire was going to change my alignment, which was chaotic neutral.
No. I wouldn't think it would.
Normally not, but the DM can can choose.
Fair enough.
I really wish that had continued on though, because by the end of that first mission, that first part, the ranger and the barbarian were like best friends. And it would have just been hilarious to see how a story could continue with a freaking barbarian, with a fucking tiefling barbarian and a Neko ranger as best friends, traveling the countryside and just doing shit together.
Amazing.
I would love to bring those characters into a campaign and run a story with them again, but it would be so much work. I could have so much fun with it though. I've already just... Oh! There was the one thing that you did that I did. See how much you remember that. Do you remember when we were on our way from the first inn to the second inn? And,
not at all.
There was that, like, big, like, this carved out area with a bunch of blood and all the guards were there and we couldn't get in there. So we went around. So we went around and I took my cat form to go look. Do you remember what you did?
I repressed it and I want it to stay that way.
Why? You did an amazing thing there. It was hilarious.
What did you do?
I took my little cat form and he just, like, I told him, stay here. I'm going to turn into a cat and go check this. I'll be right back. Oh, that's right.
He went from, kitty.
He was like, I will stay here. I transform, and he goes, oh, kitty, and tries to catch me to pet me. And I had to make a dexterity check to escape. Because literally, the very next thing that happened was I tried to grab her.
I mean, it's completely in character.
It was. That's what made it so great. I was just thinking about that. Like, the two of them would travel great together, apart from the fact he would never realize she's the cat. And so she would just turn into a cat and immediately be like, Kitty! I loved that. That was a fun campaign. Yeah, it was only one game. It was kind of a one shot, but it was still a lot of fun. Believe it or not, I have played other races besides Neko. I normally actually play half elf.
Oh shit.
No, seriously, I normally play half elf.
That was a bit rude.
Correct.
My first 4 D&D characters were a half-elf sorcerer rogue, a half-elf tattooed monk, it was a half-elf scion, swashbuckler, and then the most boring of them all, the half-elf warrior who was married to the swashbuckler. I actually played a married couple in a campaign. I played both of them.
That's sad.
It was funny. Because she was the tough one. He was the warrior, but she was a psionic swashbuckler. So she had psionic power. She had the psionic powers, which is basically like bordering on being a Jedi, and a swashbuckler, which means she's good with a thin, fancy sword. She was essentially a pirate Jedi.
That's a mix.
And
That's an interesting mix.
And then she just had a warrior husband. All 4 of those characters played in the same campaign. I actually had to do a session once where I had all 4 of their character sheets. I had to have folders for each one with their names written on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had to play all 4 in one encounter. And I gave them each a dynamic with each other that was hilarious. Like the Scion hated my sorcerer rogue, and so because one of the things he did was he had throwing darts that he would throw to fight with. He opened up we were in a fight, and he opened up his side pouch to use his throwing darts. Well, he normally would mage hand them out, raise them up above the target, and drop them, so they would reach terminal velocity and hit, so he didn't have to throw them. She started psionically grabbing them either out of the air and using them as a projectile, or straight out of his bag. She would just psionically, use the force to just grab his ammo and use it herself, and it's just like, get your own ammo! Nah, I'm just gonna use this. So I depleted one of my own character's ammo so the other one could use his ammo as an improvised weapon. I was really nice to myself. Can't you tell?
How's everyone doing today?
Oh, God.
Oh my fucking god, that's terrifying. Don't ever take that fucking thing off and never put it back on.
So that's what the coronavirus looks like.
I thought we were doing role-playing games.
No! That doesn't mean fucking... Get rid of that.
Don't pick up on it.
Okay, good. For a second there, I thought I was going to have to do the whole thing looking completely embarrassing. The wig didn't stay. Oh well, fuck that.
This really doesn't work.
You're dumbass, that's how it happened. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you didn't leave the call, you just shut your laptop and left. It does that.
Tired.
So what's going on, y'all? I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, I was actually wondering where the fuck you were.
Yeah, he
Fight,
always
fight,
asleep.
fight,
Yeah.
fight.
I'll fight you, Rhett.
Okay. Come over. You know where I am.
Let's go. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck is going on there?
I don't even know, man.
Long hair issues.
I know how that is.
I don't.
Laser is now part of the hashtag #MeToo movement.
Or anyway.
You know,
Is everyone just like sitting here like quiet?
we're staring at
Basically.
you.
Yes.
We're
Doing what now?
honestly staring at you.
Mostly unsure
cool.
what the fuck to do.
Well,
Okay,
I
there it
mean,
is.
someone else needs to
This
do
whole thing.
Whole thing.
this whole thing.
I can't deal with anything in this whole thing.
Well,
There
yes,
we go.
sounds like
That's
your
a
own
fucking
problem.
mood.
I
There.
want to go to.
Well, don't go to sleep, especially not in here.
I wouldn't do that. Remember, I used to freaking fall asleep in the podcast.
Okay.
That,
this
No,
is-
that reminds me of a certain adventure Moon and I did once.
wait,
Oh,
wait,
no.
wait. When? What happened? Oh!
There she goes. Alright, you're about to see us as creepy ass people for a second.
Right,
So,
so normal.
That will be a
Oh, no,
complete
don't
new
mention his name.
experience.
Don't
for
mention his
us.
name.
no, I'm not mentioning his name because if he finds out, he's gonna hunt me down and possibly murder me. So I would really not like that to happen.
Yeah, and I don't talk to him, so.
No, I don't talk to him either. Anyway, this is a guy where Moon had a crush on him.
And I was a fan of him too, so.
Duh, no shit, Sherlock. Anyways,
Well, both of us were fans of him.
yeah, but you were the one with the massive ass crush on him. This is your fucking idea. Anyways,
Do you
this
just crush
poor
on
guy,
his ass?
this
Or
poor fucking guy had
Running,
fallen
you
asleep.
lied.
What? Hello. The fuck?
Yes, yeah.
Alright, hey. Anyway, this poor fucker fell asleep in the voice chat of our Discord server. And Moon had the great idea.
I hear you.
Well, maybe you should open your ears. Shut
Wait,
the fuck
how
up.
is this my idea? Dude,
This is
dude,
all
I
your
was
idea.
I was literally like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this. I feel bad about it. You're just like, I don't feel bad about it.
Nah, no, once you got me into it, I was like, alright, let me tell this story sequentially so everybody understands. He fell asleep in chat. Moon and I ended up in there and we dead ass for about 2 hours, quote unquote, guarded him as he slept.
Yeah. Because
We ended up doing the
guards.
absolute
This is
opposite
beyond
because
right.
we ended up attracting people to the call because people were like, "Oh, there's 3 people in VC. What's going on?" And oh my god, every single time a sound came from the man, like he would snore into his mic, and Moon would just be like, "Oh, that's so cute! Ah!"
hey, you were fangirling over yours too. Shut the fuck up.
And now you have an embarrassed
I don't
Moon,
want to
everyone.
hear.
I can
I'm em-
hear you
Yeah,
blushing.
I'm embarrassed
I'm
for
actually
you.
ashamed of doing this, and Ronnie's like has no.
No, like, we got in there and Moon started having cold feet and backing out and shit. And I'm like, no, we're gonna stay here. Because this was your idea. We're gonna do this because I have no shame.
so what you're gonna say
Let's
is
just do
you're
something
shameless.
stupid.
We dead ass sat
They're
there
probably-
for 2 fucking hours.
That's
I didn't want to do it no more. I didn't want to do shit after that. I was like, no, I feel
No.
so bad. Like this guy.
We actually left him in there because we attracted somebody else into the call, and then we were like, we should probably leave.
Yeah.
So
I don't even think he was aware that his people. So.
nah, he just probably fell asleep at his desk. But it was
And
fucking hilarious.
And to this he doesn't know that happened. Wait, does Ivy know this?
Yeah, she's actually right behind me as I told the story.
Ivy, what's your input on this?
She's just laughing her ass off.
Yeah, I was ashamed of this. He has no shame. So I actually have moral regret. So he's fucking. I feel bad for that guy. Still kind of a butt, but I feel bad for doing that.
So here's a question. Have you, Laserpo, have you ever done any tabletop role-playing of any sort?
Absolutely not.
We need to like have a podcast D&D group.
Christ.
Yeah, what we should do is like, one of us could be a DM, we could line the rest of us up, and then we could just,
I'd love to try my hand at DMing. I've never done it before. And y'all seem like the perfect group to fuck it up with.
Yeah, I was going to say, whatever you plan for, it will not go that way. You can make 1,000 plans, and that group will still find the one thing you have.
I encourage you to do so. It improves my improv skills.
I think a good example of that would have been, we were playing, the game that me and Rhett were playing in that we talked about earlier, that was quite honestly, that was from a book, that was Dragon Heist, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. The section that we walked by that was just like the destroyed section of the city, we have no reason to go there. That's just something he's supposed to mention as we go by. I am a very curious person. I managed to sneak my way over there and inspect it. I forced the DM to make shit up as they went because my curiosity got piqued by it because he described something and we were supposed to go from point A to point B and I made us take a detour.
Side quest.
Yeah. But that's a good example when it comes to that of always...
You've never completed the main story.
That's the biggest reason why it's an honest thing when it's like, you can plan this huge campaign like, okay, they're going to go do this, they're going to kill this, they're going to do this, they're going to go here, they're going to do this. And then they start following breadcrumbs and they start going this way instead. And you can't as a DM just grab them and turn them around. You've got to let them go with it.
Yeah, you can't force things to happen.
So
a perfect example, actually, I experienced this secondhand. The last game I tried to play, the pirate or the ship ride was only supposed to take 1 session. Ended up being stretched into 4 because we had our group leader was hitting on the captain and doing stupid shit to get her attention. We had my dumbass character catch the attention of the yandere carpenter, and he was starting fights. We had a battle, I swear to God, it took 3 days. We had harpies fucking yeeting us off the ship. It was awful. And what the really funny part is, my character didn't know about the carpenter's yandere-ness, so when I got thrown overboard and he saved me, I had to like him. Otherwise, it was metagaming.
And someone is furiously typing.
It's laser.
Yeah, given the way the camera shook on that one, I think I nailed who it is.
Really? I just wanted to make sure you had the extra help.
Thank you.
So, many years ago, I was DMing a for a group of friends. This is back when I lived in Mexico, Missouri.
Ha!
I was DMing for a group of friends, and we were doing. I had managed to get my hands on a reprint of the Isle of Dread, which was AD&D. It's not even D&D. That's AD&D. I took that and I adjusted the encounters and adjusted all of the stuff to 3.5. I'm thinking, cool, I'm running this book. Because I'm running this book, everything's put together and nothing should go wrong.
Nothing should go wrong.
The Isle of Dread is basically kind of like, think Jurassic Park and King Kong meet. There's dinosaurs and a bunch of oversized creatures there. There's tar pits. There's just a whole bunch of stuff. I basically had this ship drop the party off in this city. They didn't know what they were in for. Only I did. They're just taking a job to get there. They take the first little mission and they go out into this thing and they deal with the first dungeon. And when they come out, they see a dinosaur. My opinion, most parties are going to be, oh my god, I want to get high enough level to kill that thing. This party played human way too well. They spent the entire rest of the campaign trying to get a boat or any way off the island and go anywhere else, and my entire plan of running this module set was ruined because they refused to do any other missions from it and just wanted to get off the island.
Amazing.
They saw tar pits and a dinosaur and were like, fuck this shit, and left.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
They were contemplating building their own boat, even though there was a city that had boats, just to get off the island, because they didn't want to fight the dinosaurs.
That's sad.
They managed to turn Isle of Dread into Jurassic Park in that instance, because it was just trying to escape the island.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was a fun campaign. It was just one of those, like, as a DM, I'm sitting there like, I can't steer you guys back. I have all of these things, all of these encounters. There's several things, and this encounter was set for like level 3 to 7. This wasn't even like a high-end thing. And it's just like, okay, maybe introducing a party of level 3 characters to a T-Rex was a bad idea. I will remember that in the future. I'd still love to run that campaign with someone. It's a fun little story.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I love DMing and I love playing in games. I love them both because both sides allow you so much fun. DMing lets you try and build a creative world and lets you do all this work to try and, carve out a story for people to play in. And then, of course, when you're playing the characters, you get to bring to life.
And you can fuck it up however much you want.
Well, so you get to bring to life a character. What?
New and original ways.
Yeah. Well, like, I played a sorcerer rogue who was great at sorcerer things and sucked at rogue things. So I had to do a lot of things being creative and smart, which is why I had an undead army and a bag of holding.
Amazing.
The DM took a little bit of pity on me and gave me some magic items, and I abused them. I had a magic wand of control undead, which had 7 charges per day. So every time you came across an undead encounter, I had a bag of holding. I would be like, oh, cool. Control undead, into the bag. Control undead, into the bag. When we got to the final fight, and I just opened up my bag of holding and poured it all out. And I just recited out each of the undead that I had in my bag of holding, which, because when they went in, they went into stasis, so my spell effect locked in place. So I had Control Undead casted like 27 plus times.
Jesus.
And I just and told them to go attack the big bad evil guy who fell in exactly one round of combat.
Because you have all the undead from your bag of holding.
Every undead that he sent at us, I showed up and just was like, boom,
Alright,
attack.
There's a story I will never forget about kind of the abuse of magic, like basically, where somebody got a ring of I can't remember the exact name of it. It blocks all magic in radius, just stops it working. Can't remember the exact effect. But in this case, the ring only worked like a couple of inches. The idea being you could use it to like stop magical locks. Just pick normally.
So it only worked about as far as your dick went. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. So what they did is they attached the ring to the end of a pistol, and then used other magic to shrink down cannonballs to about the size of a pistol round. And so when they fired it, it went out the end, the magic evaporated, full-size cannon.
That's awesome, actually.
Wow.
Like, props.
just broken and impressive.
Yeah. That's one of the fun things with doing campaigns like that is just
That's one of the most annoying things for a GM to go, by the way, every encounter, you have to have some sort of... You got to be prepared to be broadsided by a pistol. Just saying.
Oh, we had one because we had it was in retaliation to the fact that I had so many magical items. He sent us up against an undead beholder. The undead part because it was kind of a laugh in my...
undead.
I couldn't control undead on it because it kept trying to focus its anti-magic beam on me. Well, he DM'd it a little harsher than most people do an anti-magic beam. Most campaigns, most DMs will, if it's an anti-magic beam, magic just doesn't currently work in there, so if you have a bag of holding, it becomes an inert bag. As soon as you're out of the beam, magic comes to life in it again. He treated its field like, if a magical item goes into it, it becomes mundane for the rest of time. This was horrible when trying to, which I did because I was a rogue, I was a sorcerer rogue, I had high dex. I kept avoiding it. I spent the entire combat round, I spent every round of combat running. I did not engage in that fight at all because I spent every single round of combat running. Because the beholder was after me because I had been the one who had been single-handedly capturing this entire undead army. But I ran behind one of the tanks, and when the beholder's gaze crossed the tank, you just watch everything they had in their bag of holding just erupt from their side and across the cobblestone next to them. And it just turns like, sorry, as I'm booking it around the backside of a church. And that's the thing, it's like, some people DM it one way, where, an anti-magic field just does that, another, because, like, I have seen some DMs, like, if someone were to charm you and I used Dispel Magic on you, it would dispel it. Other DMs would be like, if I cast Dispel Magic on you to remove some sort of effect, they'll be like, well, if they're wearing a magic item, roll something to see if you ruin a magic item. Or, well, all of their magic items just became mundane. Heavily depends on the DM and that. I do not like it when DMs actually, like, nullify everything. I think that's just a dick move.
Fair enough.
I hear Minecraft digging.
No, it's Moon with her vibrating phone.
Oh.
Yes.
Fucking Vidus. Oh, god damn it, Vidus.
What Vidus saying?
So Vidus was like quiet, so I was like, in my arms forsaken, why has Vidus forsaken me? In my arms forsaken, blah blah, trust in my self-righteous suicide. And then he just responds back with, Why'd you leave the keys upon the table?
I need
Well
sleep.
played.
Yeah. That's what you get, music fans. I do know something that Laser might at least be able to share. It wouldn't be tabletop, but do you have any fun Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon trading card game stories?
Oh no!
You were there for most of them, so no.
Good lord, you are so louder than you were a moment ago. Christ.
We had a group of people at the store we worked at where we just like try to get as many Yu-Gi-Oh cards as we could and like try to make some decent decks out of them. Well, I'll be damned if we didn't wind up with like 10 Lightsworn decks just rotating around the entire group of like 15 people trying to play this game. Lunches would last 2 hours. We would be getting in trouble. That's all I really have story-wise for that kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that shit?
I remember me and fucking Colin, just the two of us with both of our Lightsworn decks going against each other, trying to kill each other. And
Colin bought 2 of them, and then David handed a third Lightsworn deck to him.
I legitimately only got my Lightsworn deck because of him, and he was the only person I would play it against. If I played
Same.
against you or someone else, I'd play one of my other decks, but the second I was going against him, I'd break out my Lightsworn. Because that was the only way you stood a chance.
Yeah, that's the only way you can ever stand a chance when it came to Lightsworn. But other than that, well, and Scott's Pendulum deck, then we all just quit. But no, I don't have any real stories about that kind of stuff. I lived alone, and I didn't have many friends growing up, so I didn't have anything to go off of with that either.
Jeez. That reminds me of the 2 fucking binders that are like 5 inches thick of fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards I still have.
I have a few Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's about it.
I don't have anybody to play with. Nobody likes Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, really.
It has a heck of a competitive scene, still.
I like being competitive. I'm just not very good at it.
I just want Pokemon.
Well, and to be entirely fair, like, isn't it mostly collection now anyway? Yu-Gi-Oh's online, Pokemon cards are now online. MTG's been online for a bit, right? I don't even know.
Yeah, but the mobile one is shit.
Never mind.
The mobile one doesn't follow normal MTG build and stuff. It kind of made its own rules and style for everything, and it's really shit. If it was the actual card game, it'd be fun, but it turned it into some other sort of like, well, there's this tower with 2 little mini towers that you have to destroy, and your mana slowly fills up over time. You can just drag and drop your stuff on the field. And it's just like, this isn't Magic the Gathering. This is just stupid.
Well, it is now.
Meh.
So if someone like one of you, one of you,
My life.
I would play that with you.
Unified Minds.
Well, I need to
Goodness.
Naruto, gotcha.
Yeah, that's right.
Boo.
See, you're a man of culture.
Boo.
Absolutely.
Money. Respect them.
Boo.
So
Yes.
I do guess that I'd ask if we were to start doing a D&D thing where we were just playing, would you be wanting to play with us?
I'm very independable. So I'm not very dependable when it comes to showing up for this kind of stuff, so
We can
I think I'll pass.
So your character should be like the Ex Machina Jack Sparrow type. Got it.
We'll just make you like some sort of like swashbuckler. You just show up in the And the thing
I got
that
a charger.
you always show
Asking
up,
for rum and walking away.
you always you always show up wearing a freaking animal head on your as a
Yes!
helmet and carrying a bag of lemons and limes.
I will make this work for you, Laser.
Oh, are you kidding? It stays on during sex.
No, this is why you don't have sex.
Ow! I feel that on a very spiritual level. Well, fortunately, when I do, it lasts 45 minutes because I'm a sloth.
What the fuck? Oh boy.
I never thought I could hear. This is why you
can't,
don't have sex.
Can we find a way to make that the thumbnail of this video?
If you could take a picture of it and send it to me, I'll make sure of it.
Where the hell is my phone?
Oh fucking hell.
Well,
What's amazing is the phone is probably right in front of you, but fucked if you
It
can
prob-
see it.
it probably is. I can't see a thing. Oh, it's back here.
Gee, I wonder why.
You know what? Let's make this work.
Lord help us all.
Oh my god.
Don't bring fictional characters into this.
Oh my gosh, that. There, I fixed it.
Vibrator.
Oh, best
There
stat.
we go.
There. You happy?
Watching
Don't
this
mind
is
me.
more amusing.
What the fuck? What did I do?
This thing.
What did this become? I showed up and everything fucking fell apart.
No, it was already falling apart when you got here.
Just like my life.
I'm so ashamed. There, now you have a picture of me with a sloth head.
Fucking furry.
It is. It's not a furry thing, it's a mascot thing. Ugh.
I don't
Mascots
see the
are just
difference.
official furries that endorse sports
Yeah.
teams.
Where I work, do you think I can afford a fursuit? Don't answer that.
I think you could
was,
manage
and
it.
they told me not to.
I
I
think
probably
you can
could manage it, but
They're only about
But
like
we're-
they're only about like $1,000 to $2,000 depending on the quality.
Oh my.
I'll make my own for $25.
What are you gonna do? Go to the craft section, just get some felt?
Only if I felt like it. But
Ha!
I mean,
That
I'd
was a
prefer
good
that
one.
option. The alternative is just finding roadkill and going to town with a knife.
oh, doing like a Five Nights at Freddy's thing where I'm wearing the face.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer that. That would be an interesting open. Hello everyone, welcome to Gits and Shiggles. I'm just covered in blood.
No, now you have me wanting to make a fursuit, like, or at least just the head, and it actually will open up unnaturally in the jaws. And it has like what looks to be
You know-
shiny.
You know what? Here, hold on. Actually,
Oh shit!
Halloween came early.
Halloween's year round for me, but do go on.
He's AFK.
There's no way this can work out well for anyone involved.
I'm betting he has a FNAF mask.
Yeah, he's about to bring in the face of a dead relative.
Oh, his
Maybe
aunt
an
has
ogre's
been there
face.
recently. His aunt has been there recently.
Have you seen this fucking thing? Sorry, there's probably someone talking.
We were just trying to decide. Oh,
What to do with you?
What's up?
we were just trying to decide what it was, and someone said that it was probably the someone's face, and I said, oh, his aunt was there recently, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Oh.
I just grinded it off. This actually has that concept, and I'm surprised Five Nights at Freddy's doesn't have something like this. Because it moves when your jaw moves.
Oh, that's so cool!
Yeah, we were selling these at Walmart. of all places. So, if you really wanted, you can make it seem fairly lifelike.
That's
Oh my gosh, with the bone structure there, you could easily build an actual fursuit on top of that using the bone structure.
Seriously.
There's an idea. You just have to put it in the right spot because, yeah, there we go.
Love how
Huh.
you're talking out its nose.
Well, I'm talking out its nose, but it's on my jaw, so now it actually matches up with my mouth movements.
Where can you get this?
Walmart.
This is at
Walmart for
Walmart.
Halloween.
$10 at Walmart, and I was like,
Go back in time.
I was just looking at the mess one day, and I was like, this is fucking sick. So I bought it. Same reason why I have a sloth head.
Fair enough. That's the same reason why I have a T-Rex named Grimlock.
It's a good reason. What about Magic the Gathering?
Oh god. I'll be right back. I gotta get something. I gotta get something to eat.
Okay, I'll still be laser po when you get here.
Oh, fucking hell. I got gotten by my own joke. Fuck.
Why do we need a podcast? We can just listen to them banter.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's like, I'm fucking high.
What? I don't think I heard that correctly. Oh shit.
Bitch.
Well, so now that we have my fursuit in line. So who else is getting a fursuit? Jay?
Oh, you
Maybe?
actually kind of missed that. We were talking. What was it, like a week or two ago, about the whole concept of the fact that I have
You asked me to throw a metal can down the stairs at you. What did you expect?
Can't argue that logic.
So yeah, it was
Get out.
it's back on
How
the
was
20.
a metal can supposed to be soft?
It was back on
I
the.
tossed it. Gravity did the
Not.
thing for you.
You're gonna be saying this for a while, Rowan.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just dial up God and tell him to turn off the gravity for a minute.
Oh
I'm done with
my god.
I think you've got a moment. Go, speak.
there.
You know what? I take it back. You have no moments.
I'm scared.
It's a wise reaction.
My negativity. I'm being negative. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, who would have thought?
I will provide context to that when I can actually speak for more than 5 syllables without.
Are the parents okay? This is the kind of stuff that you normally wind up hearing in the middle
I
of,
wasn't
like...
saying anything.
This is stuff you wind up hearing in the middle of dinner.
The worst part is we're at our most concurrent viewers right now, and all that the podcast is this argument going on in the background.
Yeah, that checks out.
So,
Anyone watching this
I
who
need to
expects
call my
anything
kitty.
different from the rest of this is in for a sore disappointment.
oh, I see that you're playing the Nintendo Me.
I mean, does it help if this is what I'm playing?
You're definitely playing the Nintendo Me.
Oh, dog, is that Pokemon?
No, that was Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes.
You know, I'm actually jealous because I sprained my wrist like 2 days ago. I can't play video games right now.
So, I sent you
Oh man, so much fun! So great!
So, I sent you a picture over
Trying to expose that,
Facebook
you dumb bitch.
because you probably didn't see it on Discord. I was.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't have a better picture, a cleaner picture of that look. I can't remember what her name is, but I basically, huh?
Trying to
Emma.
impose
Probably
that, you
Felicia.
Oh, that might be it. I did make the comment that though to go with that is like if I had a persona, it would probably look similar to that, which I technically have commissioned for Second Life
You notice how you
the
stepped
texture
back?
and stuff to
That was
make
the
a furry
smartest
avatar.
idea you had all day.
Yeah.
So
Closer.
kind
I
of
can get
in
closer
response to
and
your first
closer
question,
until I am perfect.
kind of. Go figure. I go to
I'm
try.
sorry, Jane. I didn't get the end of that. What did you say?
I don't know. I'm gonna open my mouth to say something, and there's gonna be more screaming and shit in the background again. What I said was essentially, as an answer to what you said, kind of. In an indirect way, kind of, yes. Kind of ish.
Okay, so that would be the template. You have a Second Life.
I have all the bits. I just need the textures for it, and I'm paying someone to make the textures.
Hey, right on.
I have two that weren't made for me, but one was made with me in mind, but without ever asking me. It was just like, hey, I was making a furry avatar. I made it in your favorite colors. Have. And then the other was for Pride Month. They made one that was trans color, so I have fully trans colors, outfit and all.
Mm-hmm.
But neither of those are ones that I was like, hey, can someone make this for me? This one's actually one that I'm like, I want it to look like this and that and this is the rough template to work off of to try and make it.
Hey, right on.
So that's why it's like, in response, that would just be a kind of.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's slowly getting more and more to the point where I can basically say, called it. But because how many times did we get in this conversation where I'm like, well, you know, furries aren't necessarily a bad thing. I'm not a furry. Well, you're getting close, and then you sent me a picture graph of what's considered a furry and what's not. Well, now,
hey, I'm still technically not a furry.
we're drifting. I'm okay.
So do cars and some Need for Speed? Not Need for Speed. Fuck. Fast and the Furious movies. Same thing.
Need for Speed.
Need for Speed, Tokyo Drift. Fuck off.
You know, there was a Need for Speed movie.
Yeah, and it sucked.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was great. I'm saying I missed it.
Just saying.
We all have to live with that.
Oh no.
I mean, it could in theory be worse because I could be running around as this. If that will post. It did post.
I mean, it's
Oh.
somewhere.
I could do it again. It will actually give you the image, but I'm not going to.
Make yourself a pony Sona.
Oh God.
I was looking at that, and I'm just sitting there like, you know, I finally escaped that community enough that I don't really throw around the pony Sona art I used to have. So I don't have a reason to do it, and then I stumbled across that the other day, and it's like, I don't need this. I could do it, but I don't need this.
Are you talking about all the pony Sona art that you used to get like last year and stuff?
It wasn't last year, it was longer ago than that.
Like that, like the Assassin's Creed art.
Yeah,
you
that
have
was
with
like
your-
2016, 2017. That was like 2016, 2017. Because 2017 was, 2018 was when I kind of dialed back a lot on most of that. Because I had my carpal tunnel surgery at the end of 2017, and my life fell apart afterwards.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
And I came along and
Actually, no, that whole year, 2017, that whole year was bad because my life fell apart long before my carpal tunnel surgery.
Yeah, that fucking sucked.
That whole year sucked. That wasn't even like a partial suck. That entire fucking year sucked.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god. So you sent me that thing and then I just pointed out what it looked like. You sent me the Raid Shadow Legends read. But
yeah, the Uwu Raid Shadow Legends.
And then I just was like, wait, are you trying to talk like Brian?
Does anyone here know what she's referring to?
No.
Oh God. Yeah. No, I didn't expect it to be read like that. Wade Shadow Legends.
Wade, Shadow Legends. Oh my god, I now want to look up a YouTuber look up YouTubers with lisps like that and see if I can find one that's gotten sponsored by Raid, just to see how bad it is.
I guarantee you someone's voice acted this at some point.
Probably.
With like the Kawaii Desu like voice. Like, I've never been much of a mobile gamer, but forget everything. Ugh.
I want to hear
irritatingly been listening to it.
I want to hear Tom Scott doing his cummy Winnie the Pooh voice to the Raid Shadow Legends. I think that for a minute looked like you were gonna try.
Is someone getting coronavirus right now? Like,
Yeah, could you stop? I don't want to risk it traveling through the internet.
Because you're coughing, and he's like, "Is someone getting coronavirus right now?"
Well, according to Laser, I already have it.
That's probably about 4 years. Yeah.
she's the innovator. She
Raid,
started this trend.
Raid
Yeah.
Corona Legends.
I had
Yeah,
corona before it was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's like,
Corona. I had Corona Light.
now.
Corona Light. Oh my god.
I've never been much of a mobile gamer.
Like, do me a favor
What?
and never do that again.
Think you know about mobile games because Wade Shadow Legends is the most ambitious WPG.
Laser, stop. Please. I will pull out my bear please voice if you do not shut up.
I don't know what that is, so don't give me ammunition to keep going. I'll stop.
Thank you.
Never been much of a mobile
Laser, please!
gamer. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
It's
Laser's
almost-
being a dumbass and he won't stop.
I don't know how this is any different than normal. So,
You got a point.
I'm like dumbass elite. Oh, that.
Yes, that.
Don't make that guy. Just filming the whole thing. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Is this the point where we just start sharing TikToks?
No, I hate TikTok.
TikTok has gold. Most of it sucks. Most of it's lip syncing bullshit. But you know, it has gold in it.
Some of it does, like like some of the relatable, like I like to watch the choir stuff, like choir kids and stuff like that, like relatable shit. That's lovely. Are you alive, Mom?
Now is one of those moments to double check the wills situated correctly.
What TikToks do you watch, Laser?
I tend to get a lot of on my For You page, hashtag TikTok. I have a tendency of getting the really wild ones that people normally wouldn't like. Like they have like 3,000 views, where it's people shouting their opinions.
I've watched the choir kids ones. Mom's dying.
Well, that's what you get for giving her fucking coronavirus.
Hey, I gave her the coronavirus.
Yep, and where do you think that came from?
What, did you get that?
I created the virus.
Yep, and it's already spreading.
Isn't your birthday on Groundhog Day?
Like it was meant to.
My birthday is on Groundhog Day.
Isn't your birthday on Groundhog Day?
My
Sorry,
birthday-
Mom, you're just a casualty of war.
Ronnie says, "Sorry, Mom, you're just a casualty of war."
If it helps any, you will be missed
Yes.
by every poor sniper in existence.
Oh my god.
You know what? Here's a special one. Here, give me just a sec. Here, you want to know the shit that I normally get on TikTok?
What is
Do you
it?
guys ever just look at fries and
hold
go,
on. Hold on. The volume's not up all the way.
We could hear it.
We heard it.
do you guys ever just look at fries and go, yes! Fuck yes! Oh, give it to me now! Woo!
That's it.
Friend showing us a video.
This is why I don't go on TikTok.
Like, yeah, that was a comfortable volume, and then you went, nah, it's be up.
Gotta fuck up the ears, mate.
Someone scream, yeah.
I also have to.
So YouTube decided to go ahead and give me the bad news that was already expected, so we can probably go ahead and call the podcast here on this. Trump has
What?
been acquitted by the Senate on both articles of impeachment.
We already knew that was
Yeah,
going
you
to
did-
happen.
Yeah,
You know
no.
that.
We already knew it was going to happen. It just officially happened 2 hours ago.
Well, yeah, that was 2 hours ago. Everyone and their mother knows now.
Look, bitch, this podcast has been going for almost 2 hours.
She straight up called me a
I
bitch.
ended up stopping my stream. Just real quietly stopped my stream because nobody was even fucking watching.
Did
I'll
they
watch
not
it.
like Wood Shadow Legends?
Heh.
Yeah,
woo.
really tight.
I will murder all of you.
Why just Shadow
Again.
Legends?
Again, don't give me ammunition to possibly keep going.
I will find out where you live.
The door is open. the door is open. Bring your machetes. I prefer a long, slow death rather than a quick one.
Pinky.
That's a little bit counterproductive if I bring a machete and you want a long slow death.
No,
no,
what
you-
you do is you
At that point, you can just like mandolin me. You can just cut me up from like the leg in thin slices.
That
What?
sounds like too much work.
All I was gonna say is what you do is you take the machete and you put the tip to his gut, and then you just start pushing, and you just push slowly. Don't give a lot of force. Just push slowly, and just over time add more and more and more force till it finally starts to go in.
Or what I was
You can take
thinking.
your time. Maybe have dinner while you're running them through.
Yeah, just like maybe crosshatch it, just, and then the next way go all the way across the body, and then pour lemon juice on me, and then start cutting me up into pieces.
Almost 2 hours. When can I join in, Jane? Scott, if you'd asked to join in like 2 hours ago.
Oh my.
Anyways, I think it's good to go ahead and start wrapping this up. So I have been Arctic Jane. You can find me youtube.com/Arctic Jane, twitter.com/Arctic Jane. Oh, sorry, Arctic J at both of those, not Jane. I've changed mine to Jane on Discord, but I haven't done it anywhere else. I need to do that. I need to just officially go through and like quietly change mine to like Arctic Jane.
It's not quietly anymore, but alright.
Fuck you.
Go off, I
Okay,
guess.
you just broadcasted it out to the entire world.
Well, now I'm just gonna wait like a couple months for everybody to forget that and then do it.
Yeah, that worked with
Forget what?
that works with everybody.
Oh god, there's a new Minions movie coming out.
Why do you
Oh god, it
keep
already
moving
looks so horrible.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's got Minions in it. The second I saw Minions, I was just instantly like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
Well, it's the rise of Gru, so it's gonna be filled with fart jokes and nothing else.
Banana! There, I
Oh,
gave
no.
you like 90% of the script.
Oh my god, I hope they bring back Banana. That was the best joke of 20... Well,
Everything.
every year since the Minions movie came out.
That's okay.
Quick, just say the Millennium. I'll just cover you.
Yeah, Baby Yoda. Oh god.
Baby Nut.
This is so hot, Jane. How could you dare, send this to me at the end of the podcast?
Do you know who it is?
It's Tom Sky, isn't it?
Yes.
Ugh.
Do you care to show the camera so everyone else can be destroyed?
Fuck it, yo. Let's go for it.
Back it up a little.
What the fuck?
It autofocuses. It's focusing on my
Uh,
face.
Han, you told me about this, and I opted out.
He decided to become an e-girl.
Oh no, it's not working either. I don't like this.
We only
Yeah.
play Billie Eilish in this podcast.
Billie
Hey,
Eilish?
Billie Eilish is okay. I mean, you know what? I guess if I turned off the backlight, I'm just gonna put it on the best part.
No.
Ew.
You know, I'm really glad that Bella Delphine just died off. Like, no one's paying attention to her anymore. But why do we have to keep this
Nasty.
shit going? She's gonna start selling her jars of farts. Like,
Hey, if jars of bathwater will sell like hotcakes.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
at
so
least
start
we're
selling
not
some hot
talking
cake.
about this.
gross. Get that fucker in the bubble away.
Yes!
It's literally Trump getting his hands on the Death Note.
God, no.
Oh man. No, I could actually say that being a positive thing. Because more than likely, he'd assume someone just wants his autograph.
Trust me, we all probably see it as a positive thing.
That my name? Yeah, sure. There you go.
Is this the part where I just you know, we say something about Trump and I just suddenly pop up as like a hardcore conservative.
Nah, I'm not surprised by anything at this point.
Oh, trust me, you'd be surprised at that. Or at least I'd hope so.
Nah. Like, the world has gone so far to shit, nothing surprises me anymore. Lovely.
Oh my god, I just found this Twitter thread where someone made a comic about the whole fact of, like, you know, tracing. It's not stealing. It's time to learn how to trace. Whoa, I'm not a stealer. It's not stealing, it's legally gray. And it just goes there sarcastic, like, first, let's define some things. Tracing, going over a comic of an image to replicate it. Copying, observing an image to replicate it. Referencing, observing an image to guide your own like, inspiration, and research. Oh, this is so.
Throwing so much shit.
It's amazing. I'll have to read this all later. So anyways, what do we want to do next week, guys?
Well, speaking of not stealing, how about we bring up furries again?
Next week?
The timing on that was great.
We want to talk about furries next week?
No, I was making an awful pun that no one should think of.
Oh.
I don't get it.
Laser.
Good. Don't look it up.
Laser. I'm so disappointed.
I'm basking in it. But I don't know what we should talk
I'm not surprised, but I'm just disappointed.
I don't know what we should talk about next time.
Well,
Not stealing.
I said, odds are you won't be here.
I'm here today, aren't I?
Yes, you are. Congratulations.
See if we can keep it up to a streak.
Probably not.
We could talk about music.
Do we want to do that? I go with the flow with whatever we talk about. I just tend to meme and make stupid jokes.
I'm pretty sure we all
That's pretty
do
much
that.
what we're here for.
Hello, my name is Laserpo, and I listen to music.
We could go with, well, almost every single one of us has worked with retail.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
I was gonna
retail
say-
stories.
Yeah, retail stories.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You're welcome.
Done 9 years of retail and still do customer support. for
I've done
elderly
9.5.
people trying to install an app.
Your best OK Boomer stories.
Hmm.
Mm.
I mean,
Oh, I have tons of those too.
literally today I had somebody 95 years old trying to tell me what cookies are. I don't want to accept cookies on your website. I want to pick the stories I read myself.
Oh, I thought you meant like baked cookies. Like back in my day, cookies were different than your cookies.
Back in my day, you could eat the cookies.
Hey, look. I'm sorry. I clicked on a website and this fell out of my monitor.
I wouldn't even be mad.
Okay, actually, side story. I have two side stories. One of them is NSFW as fuck, but anyways. Oreo is now coming out with, instead of double stuff, it's mega stuff. And the cookie is like an inch thick.
Oh yeah, those were a thing before.
I
All
did
about
not know
them
that.
thick boys.
Yeah, they're like almost an inch thick of just nothing but white cream. Don't take that out of context. But yeah, which they are disgustingly sweet. And then you just like pry them all open and take all of the centers out. Like, make a sandwich like this big.
Amazing. The second NSFW comment, well, it was really the first NSFW comment, but it's the second comment. Another phrase for cookies is when you're eating ass and any small bits you find are called cookies.
Fantastic.
You're welcome. I mean,
I didn't need that.
You're welcome.
And yet, there it is.
And with that, I am Runny Idiot. You'll usually find me on that username anywhere else.
Not that anybody really wants to at this point now.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't blame you if you do. If you... I won't blame you.
I mean, it's all relative to how much you want to eat ass, I guess. Gonna make a baker's dozen out of that ass.
Just make sure it's real chocolatey.
Is everything okay, Moon? Are you there?
I'm alive.
I heard pig squealing or something, and I was like, what?
It's the coronavirus.
My mom watching videos. I apologize.
It was the coronavirus.
I'm tired, and it's just been a very eventful day because I was out today, but I'm good. I just need a nap.
That's a mood and a half.
Well, hey, just want to do your outro real quick?
Not me. I need a nap, not you.
Hey Moon, you can find me sleeping on Twitter because score Lucy.
You're going out to the nightclubs, dancing the night away.
No, I do not. I'm tired.
You're an old lady.
I will go out to the nightclubs later.
You take your ass to the strip club, get your ass drunk.
I'm good on that.
I can go to a strip club now.
Oh, Ronnie.
Okay.
Yeah, if she ever gets her butt down here. Oh, Ronnie. At some point.
I want to go.
You can bring Ivy
too. Drive my ass to Virginia and fucking get you. Fucking. Let's go.
Anybody else need your outro or?
I just need help.
There's not enough help.
Okay. And I have been LaserPo. I was gonna do a bit, but I think that everyone's probably worn out to the point where you don't want to deal with that shit.
Go ahead, do your
you
bit.
can find me. No, we're
Do
not
it.
doing that. I just threw the mask over there.
Fucking go get it.
Fucking okay. Jesus Christ.
We're almost done. It's fine.
I'm getting too old for this shit. Why was that so easy?
Where's the Staples button when you need it?
Okay, this is some performance art shit. Get ready.
Let's go.
Woo woo, everybody! You can see me. You can see me at LaserPo on YouTube, and you can find me at Twitter at twitter.com/StickySeason. Sticky_TRESON. So bye.
I quit life.
And I have been scarred.
Are we off air yet?
I'm about to click end stream.
Just do it. Just say so.
Bye.
Fuck!
Oh, last comment before I hit end. Like, Vidus, in quotes, I can go to a strip club now, I think wraps up the whole thing quite well. Yeah.
We need a feature where we're all doing the podcast, but like one of us is sleeping, one of us is laughing, one of us is dying. Just like a whole group, just a whole group picture of us just doing our own thing, but we're just all kind of dying. Like,
Can we just take the podcast out behind the chemical sheds and shoot it now? It's beyond